What is up, and welcome to Into the Smoke. Today we got a whole bunch of news coming at you about the Budapest Major, and I got a fun-filled cast today. Our lobby, it's a little bit questionable. We got Nick with us today. I don't know what his rating is.
I don't know. I've never played CS competitively.
Yeah, we got to get him on the premiere, man.
It could be up, it could be down. We don't know.
Dude, I played 2 games of CS in my life, and both riddled with cheaters. Like, I died off spawn immediately, uninstalled, and
Yeah, that was before CS2.
No, I know.
It's gotten better.
Got to get back to it.
yeah, I could get back.
For sure. We also got Davis and Pat over here just holding it down. We got Davis achieving new heights in Premiere.
I am almost back. Actually, I might be at my peak. We looked at that earlier today. I can't remember. I'm either one game from my peak or at my peak.
So you didn't peak in high school?
No, I did not.
Damn.
Not even college.
I'm just now reaching the peak.
He's still going. He's got like 4 or 5 years.
nice.
Well, today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of different stuff, but we're going to start with the Stage 1 and Stage 2 elements from the Major so far. We got a whole bunch of different stories we're going to hop into, but the biggest one is obviously Faze. They started 0.4 seconds away from being eliminated from this event, and now here they are looking like almost a lock for bracket play. We've got Faze ups, Faze downs. What do you thought, Pat? It's like, is this consistent for Faze?
Well, I mean, like you said, like if we just go back to stage 1, which is our, the first stage, and dude, unbelievable thought that Faze. Like I know we make fun of Faze, but the fact that they were that close to elimination, I mean, they had to claw their way back in like 3 matches to be able to stop themselves from getting eliminated. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. I'm a pretty big Faze hater, but like we're going against stage 1 teams here. We're not going against Fury or anybody like that, which who now they're proving they actually can go to since they just took down Vitality.
Well, they got a little hot.
Yeah, well, like David said, they've been practicing. They've been playing for weeks now at this point. But it is crazy to me. I think Jacob has actually turned it around a little bit. He's actually been performing a little bit. Can't say the same for Kerrigan, my man. And Brokey, just ain't been it. But the rest of the team, Frozen and Jacob, they've been doing really well.
He must not have watched him with that op in his hand this morning on Nuke, because that man was hitting this morning against Vitality. But
every time I've looked at Brokey's stat line watching the games, he has single-digit kills and about double-digit deaths.
Well, that's the crazy thing is if you looked at this map this morning, there was a moment where you would see, I mean, you can go in on it, but you would see a player that is like triple negative, and then moments later they are top fragging. And this is like same Faze roster. It feels like the whole team minus Kerrigan can do that. Kerrigan will go from minus 44 to like even.
Yeah, Jacob, he was literally like 2-10 at one point, and I think he finished the game. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 19 and maybe 13 or something like that. Yeah, so like he literally went from 2-10, got 17 kills after that, and only died 3 times. So the second half, when they went to CT side, he just completely destroyed them. There was a few rounds where like it was actually insane how quick he was just turning on people. He'd be holding like Squeaky because he was on A. He'd be holding Squeaky, and a guy would swing him from Mini as well, and he just one-tap both of them. I was like, this guy's insane right now.
Yeah, but then you watch him another match after that, and you're like, what is
he doing? Same with Frozen. Frozen went like crazy the first map, and then when he played in the second round, he's like 5-15 or something.
Yeah, it's insane. At this point, are we thinking that Faze is going to be a bracket team, or we think the gas is running out, or like?
I mean, I put them in my pick'ems going through the bracket. I mean, it still seems reasonable. I mean, they were playing hot. If they continue it, I think they definitely have a shot. I mean, they missed their 3-0 opportunity, but at least got in stage 2.
They also missed their 0-3 opportunity, so.
It's really crazy, though, like you said, that to how close they were to elimination against Red Canids, 0.4 seconds, and then for them, they won 7 straight games. After that, they went 3-0 in stage 2. They beat I know they beat Nip, who beat them in stage 1, but then they were able to best them again in stage 2, and they also beat Aurora in stage 2. So like the bounce back from them almost being eliminated by one of the worst teams in the event to now winning 7 straight and being, beating Vitality round 1 in stage 3. It's pretty crazy.
yeah, no, the other thing, it's like, I'm probably going to say this a lot this entire episode of who teams we think can make the bracket or not. It really, for Faze, it depends on their path. Like, if they have to play a Vitality or Falcons coming up from 0-1, it's like, that's not going to go so hot for them. And just, it really depends on their path if they're going to make it through or not. Like, they could get some good draws. Yeah, I could see it happening. But the way stage 1's gone, stage 3 has gone so far, doesn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's insane that it's all over the place. Like, 0.4 seconds away from not even making it, getting bounced by a team that arguably most people have never heard of, to now you're looking like you could be a bracket team. It's crazy. But speaking of crazy, Aurora, on the other hand, not so fortunate. This is the top 10 team, and it's the first top 10 team to get bounced. They didn't even make it to stage 3. I mean, is this the end of the Turkish roster, or like we gonna keep going, or what happens? For Xantares, do you leave? Is this it?
I don't think he'll leave. I think he's going to continue to try to lead this team because realistically, Xantares could probably be on one of the top teams right now. But I think he kind of wants to do this as a project for Turkey and for himself to lead this team. But as it says right here in the bottom, Xantares struggled this event. And I think that's why they got bounced. And, we've talked about it a lot on this desk. When Xantares pops off, they're a tremendous team. But when he doesn't pop off, they just don't have enough firepower behind that to lift them.
Peek behind the curtain, act like this guy didn't make that lower third himself. However, I don't think this team's going to break up. I really think it's just like the major in Texas, where Falcons got bounced stage 2, and now we're talking about they're a top 3 team. So it's like I think they need to stay together. They haven't had many reps since they've been falling off. Heck, they've won an event since then, and it's like I think they're going to stick together. I know there's a lot of questions around Xantares and his IGLing, but I think they're going to stick together.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's when I look at it, it's like the same thing's true with the Falcons. Also, Aurora did make it to the bracket there. They look like they've been a top team all year, but then whenever it matters, they're nowhere to be found. And then at some point, like that Falcons roster did change. And if you want to keep this a Turkish dominant squad, it's like you don't have that many options. You don't have that many players you can pull for. And then also, you got to be realistic. Like, Xantares, when you started this EF thing like 5-6 years ago, it's like you were young and one of the best players in the world now. Now you are Nico's age, and the time is coming. You're not going to get too many good shots at a major, and it's like, do you really want to try to go down with the ship, or do you want to bounce? And I think there's a ton of teams out there that could use him. His services would be well welcomed at plenty of squads. I mean, Faze would look good adding him. Navi would look good adding him. There's a lot of places he could go and look really, really good. But I don't know. To me, I'd bounce, but I also America's got one. I'd like to win one with America, but if I'm a liege, I want to win. And I don't know if you can do it in the U.S. right now.
I'm with Davis. There's no way he's leaving. I mean, he built this team. This is like his whole thing. He's about Turkey. He's about the community. And I think that factors into a lot of teams, unfortunately, just like the Mongols and with Spirit and all these teams that only pull players from their respective country. Unfortunately, sometimes that does hinder you from maybe having the best of best talent if your country right now is struggling with top-tier talent. But, I mean, I think it's respectful for them to do that. But at the end of the day, this is just typical Aurora to me right here. We go from the high highs to just low lows. I mean, they were just able to take the PGL, and they looked good, and then they come into here, and it's just like a whole different team. It's every time. It's just like with the Mongols. You never know which Aurora you're going to get going into it. But it seems when we get to the high-pressure stakes of like the majors and stuff like that, they just always seem to fall short.
I also think they kind of got unlucky, kind of what Nick was saying earlier with their draws. Like, I think they lost to, I got it pulled up right here. They lost to Faze, which Faze has been looking really good. Then they lost to Paravision. Paravision's been looking pretty good as well for a Tier 2 team. And then they lost to Astralis. So it's not like they had the easiest path. They could have played a lot easier teams in this stage. I mean, MIBR, FlyQuest, M80, Fnatic, like all these other teams they could have drawn, but they didn't. So
two of those 3 teams are in stage 3 right now and performing well. So it's like, it's all on the draw. And that's where it's like these best of 1s and these best of 3s are just, it's tough for me. And we were talking about it on the way to lunch today, and it's like, I don't understand how the major of the year, they can't play more than best of 1s. They have the time. They have the eyeballs. Play more maps.
Yeah, I'm always curious with it because I know this is like a more of a format discussion, but like to me, stage 1 and stage 2 in their capacity makes sense. And it's like Aurora is there because they've been inconsistent. They shouldn't be in stage 2. Faze shouldn't be in stage 3, but their consistency is what puts them in these bad spots. Yeah. Whereas you look at like, I agree. I do feel bad for teams like we joke about like Vitality and Falcons. We'll get them in a minute having lost an early matchup. But it's like if those teams get eliminated due to happenstance, it's like they didn't do anything to put themselves in a bad spot. They put themselves in the best spot, and the format's kind of dumb. Now the stage 2 and 3, it's like, dude, if you're like not in the top rough 8 right now, like you might catch a stray. It happens. Should have been in the top 8. But I think if we want to hop into the Mongols too, it's like speaking of catching strays. I you're talking about teams that don't have too much to pull for. It's like we were joking beforehand they might go 0-3, but now it looks like it's not going to plausibly be 0-3 because they're winning or just won. But it is one of those. This team looks like a shell of itself. It doesn't look good. I can't see a way where they make the bracket. I mean, and I also don't know what you do because with controls in there, I mean, Sinzu is like a player that can carry you. Controls will, in the current form, not be a player that can carry you. So it's like, what do you do if you're national team? You get outside talent or like
he's not playing. And when you look at all the games, Controls isn't the one that's playing the worst, right?
No,
he's
sure.
also not Senzu carrying them
right.
either. So it's like they are not the same team without him, plain and simple. It's not just a 1-for-1 switch. It's they lost a generational talent in Senzu, and they haven't been able to replicate that success.
For me too, it's like the biggest thing for me is like I think the thing that found them so much success earlier in the year was how good as a team they were playing. Like they had played with that unit for so long and they're used to each other. They've only played 2 events with Controllers now, and it's the major time. So it's like I don't see the output coming from them to make the bracket. Like you said, I think they can win some games. Like they can beat some of these teams like Liquid and other teams that are in this stage, but I just don't see them making it out of the bracket simply because they don't have the reps with this new roster. Like they're not a roster that has like a Donk or Xantares, a guy that's going to be at your neck and like drop a lot of kills. They just play really well together and sometimes find a win.
Yep. Well, we've made fun of the Mongols 100 times on this show, and like, if we do go back early in the year, sure, through all the jokes, there was a roster there. There was a team.
Oh,
they had
good.
the ability to win, and they did win. It was the esports World Cup. But we'll keep that to the side. But yeah, it just seems like to me, like Menzino and 910, they're kind of just not in form right now, and I don't know if that is because of the Senzu stepping away and having the controls fill in, and it's just not vibing, and they're not used to what's been going on, but. It's just been a lot of missed shots and a lot of crazy calls, and I don't understand, and I'm surprised they didn't go at 0-3, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It on paper to me, I was very hard pressed to not put them as my 0-3 team, and it is because I think they feel so similar to Paravision to me right now, and that's no shade at Paravision. I think they're a really good Russian team that is playing well and looks good, but it's like there's an asterisk to their look good. It's like they have a ceiling. Like you're not going to say they're going to compete with Spirit. They're not going to compete with Falcons. And I was a big team throughout the whole season where I think that if the Mongols, even with Senzu, were competing with those teams, it's because they were underperforming. And that's not to say that's bad. Like, if that is your ceiling where you are capable of winning a major if other teams don't play perfectly, like that's a good ceiling. Like, there are probably at any given point in Counter-Strike history, only 20 teams that have been close to that level of, like, elite. I just don't think they were ever top 5. And that's fine. And it's like, but my thing now is without Senzu, it's like, I don't think you're getting back to top 20. Like in terms of like the ability to sneak up and get a major and like actually be there to be able to beat teams off days. Cause like they're not beating Falcons off days. They're not beating Vitality's off day or Spirit or any of the other guys right now. And I don't know what you do if you're them. Cause if you want to stay a national team and like they're obviously literally state funded from their country, it's like, you could bring no cries. Like, I mean, I think technically he's Mongolian or has Mongolian origin. Like that's the play. That's it.
Yeah. Well, there's one other play. It's Senzu can get his mental in check and come back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Until then, though, this feels like a cooked roster.
Yeah, no, it's a shell of themselves. They'll be outside of the top 20 in no time.
And then, speaking of outside the 20, we would have to talk about the Falcons, obviously.
What? Davis is going to
Opening round losses for both Vitality and Falcons. All jokes aside, these weren't the best losses to not the best teams. It looked so out of form for both of them. You could say Faze is a little bit better of a team to lose to if you're Vitality, but like they should not be losing to Faze. And it's, we obviously got the King Falcons fan over here, so it's like, what do you got to defend them right now?
I mean, I think it was a dangerous matchup, kind of what we've been talking about the whole time. Like, B8's been here for now 2 stages. Now they've been playing the whole week. Falcons didn't even boot camp, so they haven't been playing at all. They show up and play their first match.
Why didn't they boot camp again? What was the reason for no boot camp?
They wanted to come in fresh, and I think that's dangerous.
To rest.
Yeah, to rest. They wanted to come in fresh, and I think that's dangerous, especially when you're playing a team that's done so well so far. I think one thing I will say is they were playing on Ancient, which is one of their best maps. They actually had won 13 straight.
That's insane.
Yeah, 13 straight maps on Ancient. But B8 had also won 8 straight themselves. So it was kind of like 2 teams playing on their best map. It's the same map that they lost to them in Austin on. So it's kind of like a rematch. You got beat again. I mean, there's really not much else to say other than they came out flat.
B8's the better Ancient team. Confirmed.
Right
here.
What more do we need to know?
You also get into a weird spot now to where when the Falcons struggled at the major in Austin, they ended up struggling against a Faze team. And right now, they're on a collision course to play another Faze team. And it's a weird reality where Faze could make the bracket, knocking out Falcons again. Like it is a weird reality to be in. And I think Vitality will probably bounce back a little bit stronger than Falcons just because the Vitality match was a little bit closer and it wasn't. I don't know. Vitality, they lost a legacy in the same way. And they went on to rip and just blast everybody else in the major, and it wasn't much of a sweat for them. And it feels like Vitality can go on that run, but we've never seen it from Falcons. We've never seen them close the deal. We see them get under pressure. We see them sometimes fold under pressure. And then next thing you know, the lawn chair is folded in half and put up.
I think they'll be back fine. I think both teams will be back fine.
And the Prada bag sitting on the chair with the frowny faces every time we get another signature. This is Falcons to me. I mean, I honestly expected them to win their first match. I mean, I put them as 3-0 in the brackets because I feel pretty strong about Falcons early on. The thing with Falcons is they can get to the finals. They can get to your semis, but they just fall short. every time in the finals for the most part. And unfortunately, it's just the best of one syndrome. Just like with Vitality in the last major, and they lost this one as well. It's like the best of ones are just risky. I don't think it necessarily discredits them because they lost the best of one the same way it doesn't with Vitality. It's just, you at least want to get one of those best of ones in because you don't want to be in the 0-2 spot fighting in the Series 3s all the way up for your elimination. So as long as did they actually win this? I didn't get to see the scores.
They won the second one.
They won. Okay, so yeah, they're doing good. So them both Vitality are both on the same boat right now. They're taking their second one. So I feel pretty confident for them. They're definitely both of those teams are going to make it through, but it's a shaky start.
Well, the definitely part is the only part that's a little sketchy to me because we said that in Austin, and they didn't make it through. They did get knocked out.
But we also laughed at Vitality for losing on Inferno to Legacy, and they went on to win.
So. No, 100%. And
now maybe it's Falcons' turn to do
that.
Correct. Yeah,
totally.
I don't disagree. To me, this one feels a lot different if you are a Falcons fan, though, because these losses feel like they hurt worse. Because back then, it's like you could blame it on Magic. You could blame it on, poor play or whatever. And Nico and Mondesi tended to be good enough to carry that squad. Whereas, right now, Kyosuke is totally doing his part. He is definitely not a part of the problem. But it does at times feel like Mondesi and Nico now are part of the problem. They're just inconsistent, which isn't something, when you think of Nico, jokes aside about him choking in majors, he has been consistently one of the best riflers over the span of the last decade. And in the past 3 months, we have seen him top frag and we've seen him bottom frag. Mondesi has looked like the best player in the world, and then he's looked like he's not even a top 10 opera at times. And it's what are you going to get moving forward? And I don't know. I think if they get rolling, they're a scary team. But if they don't get rolling, going 1-3 wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. I think
they'll be right now. It's looking like they'll play. If Furia wins against Imperial, Falcons will play they will play Imperial, and then Vitality will play B8, both in best of one. So I think that'll be interesting to see as well. Yeah, but I think Falcons should have no problem getting back rolling. They stomped Passion UA no problem.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing I saw today from Falcons concerned me about them going forward in this tournament, and or making it far, and still honestly could win this. It's just one little blemish in that first map. Doesn't mean too much.
I think there's going to be a hard matchup if we theory craft a little bit, because I think in the current capacity it's going to be Mouse v Spirit. So obviously one of them won't go on, and it's you'll get probably a Falcons or a Vitality versus most probably a Mouse or one another. And it's that's when it starts getting sketchy, because then it's if Vitality v Spirit or Vitality v Falcons is the matchup, one of them is going to lose, and then now you're in a spot where it's you might actually have to play a dangerous team to get in.
Yeah,
because that early loss does hurt for that.
I think the biggest thing, because Falcons is technically the 2, so they would probably be playing either Spirit or Mouse, the loser of that. And I think, realistically, neither one of those teams have beaten Falcons in a while in a series. So
sure.
There's really I think they're fine.
Yeah, hopefully so. The next segment we want to hop over into, this is going to be a little bit fun. It's going to be a little bit different. So what we're going to be doing, if we want to run that up real quick, we're going to hop into what we are calling the full half eco again.
Oh, yeah.
So first one we're going to rip is going to be 100 Thieves. Seemingly is going to have Glaive come in as a coach. This is obviously tried and true, one of the GOATs, one of the most impactful for the role. All jokes aside, if Rain plays poorly, just bring him as IGL. This is a great move. But run down the list, David, start us off. Is this a full buy, half buy, or Nico? You think it's a great move, whatever, don't care?
I'm going to half buy it because I do think that these are massive names. One thing I will say is it's exciting if you're a 100 Thieves fan from other orgs and you want to follow them within CS now. It's exciting to see them going out and spending money on some of the biggest names in Counter-Strike. But one thing that I saw that was interesting the other day on X was a guy saying how they're spending these huge paychecks, but this is a guy that's going to be IGLing for the first time ever and a guy that's going to be coaching for the first time ever. So it's you're spending a ton of money on 2 people that are not proven at all in these 2 roles, and they're your first 2 backbones of your organization. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So that's why I'm half buying it.
That what you got?
I think I'll give it a full buy. I really do like this. I think Rain as IGL will probably fit in real nice. He's obviously has the tenure and the experience, and Glaive. That was what they did with Astrologers is incredible. So I'm sure him as a coach would be perfectly fine. And yeah, that's a 100% full buy. Love 100T. Let's go.
Scott.
Me?
Hey, rip it.
I'm gonna half buy this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm kind of with Davis a little bit. It's Rain and Glaive are 2 good pieces, and it looks like it's gonna be a step in the right direction. But if this CS offseason, which is a week and a half, doesn't come out with some more big names and they just get a bunch of mid-tier talent, it's not gonna be a great team, unfortunately. So it's they're spending money on big things up front, but it's how does the rest of the roster fill out? So that's why it's a half buy for me. I think it's amazing, and it looks like a step in the right direction, but we'll see how it ends up.
I agree.
for everything you two just said, I'm actually going to echo this, and that's under the pretense of I don't know what the other 4 are. And unless the money actually comes in of like, hey, you buy out a Xantares, you buy out somebody to actually anchor this, because in today's CS, like, all jokes aside to the Falcons, you are the best coach in the world if you're the Falcons right now, and you can't win. And I don't disagree. Glaive could be one of the best coaches in the world. And does that mean they're going to win? It's like you're currently looking like you're trying to be FaZe Clan. Like you're trying to get big names. You're trying to get things that are going to push your merch, build a fan base, and do all that other stuff. But you've done nothing that convinces me you're trying to win. Because the last form we saw of Rain, like, no hate on Rain. Beautiful career. This year for Rain did not look good. He looked like a bad player. He looked like one of the worst players on FaZe Clan. And again, Glaive, we've never seen the coaching role, so it's like, what have you done to convince me that this is a winning roster? Now, you bring in a Xantares, you bring in some Slayers, you bring in like a crazy Op or something, and it's like, okay, I'm here. So that's like, for me, it's like, until they do something that really helps them significantly win, and I'm confident it's going to help them win, it feels like a merch push. It feels like 100 Thieves. We're going to make real cool content. We're going to get real popular guys, and we're going to have fun. And I think fun's awesome, but fun's not winning.
Damn, Dylan hates Clay.
Haterade.
Yeah, thank you.
Straight on the haterade. Have some faith, my man. Have some faith.
We'll see.
I feel like it's going to be tough to
gracious.
find like talent that's going to really be able to compete.
They can throw that back.
Sure. It definitely be tough.
Yeah, 100%. It's one of those, I don't disagree. If they add 1 or 2 pieces, I'm in. It's like, it's just weird where it's like, this feels like a Brokey move or a Jacob move where it's like, if it works out, you look like a genius. If it doesn't, everybody's making fun of you. And it's like, yeah, if Rain is a terrible IGL, you're going to get made fun of. And if it works out, you're going to look like a genius. And I just need the confidence in some other pieces.
Well, I'm an early investor,
simple.
buddy. Early.
I think it would be a miracle to see them come in next year and be like an actual competitive team and like your top 10.
If they make the bracket in the first major next year, that is a huge win.
Yeah.
Like, that is like unbelievable. I do not think it will happen, but that's the thing is like when you bring in names like that, if Rain isn't at the major, like, oh, why is Rain not at the major? Why is Glaive not at the major? It's like you're just setting it up for if you put them with 4 people that are like normal players, it's like, dude, this is gonna look bad. It's not gonna be fun.
Dexter's still out there.
Yeah, I agree.
No, there's some pieces.
There's some pieces. We'll see what happens.
100%. Next up, we will be hopping into the quote of the event so far. Going into this, I think HLTV and a few others were interviewing Donk, and he said, I'm good with being the number 2 player. He also went on to say that I'm focusing on trying to win as a team, not win as a star player anymore. You full buy-in that he is, I think is, in his own words, he's more mature now. We got full buy on mature Donk. What do you got, Pat?
Oh, for me, yeah, full buy. Humble Donk, the humble goat. I mean, this is just a respectable thing for him to do. It shows that he's not taking the braggadocious route of him being like the best player and his team holding it back. Maybe he secretly feels that way inside and he's putting on the front for the cameras. But, I mean, I think this is just your typical professionalism, so it's good. It's like he wants the team to win. And, if he really loves Spirit and the Russian blood in him, like he wants them to win as a team, it's not just a him show. So he's fine with the number 3 spot because he knows where people really have him, right?
Yeah. What you got?
Dude, I'm not only full buying, I'm like full buying, and I'm buying Davis like a deagle so he can op as well. Like, I am going above and beyond on this buy. Like, Donk, honestly, like we were watching it this morning, he looked rejuvenated and he looked like he was a new person.
Sure.
It's like the way he played, especially in that round 1, he's playing out of his mind. And the way that he's talking right now, I'm loving every bit of it. As a coach, you love to hear this kind of stuff.
Sure. For me, it's going to be an eco.
Jeez.
It would have been, no, I'm sorry. It's going to be a half buy.
Okay.
It was going to be an eco until I watched them play today. And that's because, like, this is selfishly for me, but it's like I want Donk to be like the alpha, be the Jordan, talk it, like run it, like be like, yo, guys, we would win if you didn't suck. Like, that is how I would respond as a player. And, like, that's the thing that I would want as a teammate. Even if I was the guy on the bottom of the leaderboard, I'd be like, yeah, I'm bad right now. Give me some time. But today, watching them play, you saw Donk make plays that I've never seen him make before. I watched him get a pick long with the AK, and then there's 2 more guys still in long doors. Normal Donk runs through and still gets another one. He literally ran back and went back cat and just sat and wait. 4v5, we're up, buddies. Just chill. And it's like, you saw that. They won, like, pretty convincingly and very safely. Dude ripped 2 aces while playing passively. His op ace was a multi-site movement ace. Like, it was very nice. And it's like, if he is about to start playing like a number 2 player, being arguably the best player in the world, that is a terrifying thing. So this morning I was full eco in this, but like after watching, I'm like, all right, maybe this is a good call. Maybe this does pan out.
I'm in that same boat. I'm half buying it as well, mainly because what you said. Watching him play today, I think it was like insane. Like you said, he wasn't just ego challenging people and trying to get as many as he can. But the thing I'm most interested to see is when things start going wrong, what happens? Because I mean, today, like they jumped out the gates, he was frying. They were winning every match.
Dropped
They never
30.
Yeah, they never have gone down yet in this tournament. I'm really interested to see like when they're down and out, how does he react? Because we've seen it in past events. He's slamming the desk. He's talking a lot. So that's what I want to see. I think it's easy to say like, you're in a good mental spot when you're winning and your team's playing really well, but how can you really react when your team's down and how can you pull them back? So that's why it's a half buy for me.
And I do think Tanier helps a ton with that because you see him like rock, paper, scissoring and like having fun. And like Tanier does feel like something Magic couldn't quite be. Like Magic was the old like spark and animation of the team. But like Tanier actually looks like, no offense to Magic, but like he looks like he is bringing the vibes up. He is so fun. Like they are having fun with him. So I do think when it's bad, maybe that helps you survive the bad a little bit more.
Yeah.
But if we want to start talking about the GOAT, they asked Donna specifically at the event, we asked who was the GOAT. 23 of 33 pros at the event have said that it was simple. 5 for Zywoo, and then it was 2 for Donk, Monacy, Fallen, and I can't remember the other player. But overwhelming majority in favor of simple. We full buy in this. We agree with the pros or half eco. What are we doing? David, start us off.
Full buying.
Full
How
buy.
can you not agree with the pros? They've been playing.
They had to deal with it.
Yeah.
Some played with, some played against, and real respect's real. You got to full buy that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ain't much more to say than that.
Yeah.
Pat, you in there?
Fact.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
I guess I'll
ecoing it.
full buy for now. I mean, I think it's a time thing. I think there is some contenders that could pass it, potentially Donk. I mean, obviously it's early in his career, so like we can call him the GOAT now, but he can't really achieve that GOAT status yet. He's still like just basically a rookie in a sense.
Sure.
So, same with Monacy and cats like that. Zywoo, he's been in the game for a long time. I mean, I think he deserves some votes, but Simple, I mean, that's the one everybody knows. I mean, he is like the GOAT of Counter-Strike until proven otherwise.
I'm obviously full buying at Simple Solution. I do think, though, Monacy for it is like on the path of Simple, but if Donk stays on this path, he's going to destroy it. Like, it will be his and no one else's. But, again, he's 2 years in.
I think it's super interesting, too, because it's like, Donk's a rifler, and there's been no other rifler in the history of the game that's been considered as the GOAT. So I think that in itself super special
crazy.
to be able to say.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree for sure. We've got one more. Are you ready?
Yes.
We've got our
Ready,
first ever,
Freddy.
we've got our first ever full buy. This one I think is going to be the first ever full eco because the current rumor is that Cobble is actually going to be the map added back and not Cash. And what's even worse is there is another map. There is I think it's called Venice. It's the Italy map that also might be ahead of Cash to be brought into the comp map pool. Supposedly after the major, they'll be changing the map pool. Are we full buying that Cobble going into the map pool is the correct decision?
I'm full ecoing, and I don't understand what the holdback for Cash is. Like, that was one of the most played maps back in the day.
I
You
agree.
played comp, Cash was one of the most queued maps, and maybe that's the problem. Like,
I'm pretty
they
sure.
don't want every single map that was the most played maps being the rotation. They want new stuff in, and like, I don't know.
It's interesting because I'm pretty sure the current belief is they're going to replace Mirage, which I think Mirage is actually at a lower pick rate right now, but I think that's because so many people are banning it out. But it's at, I think, the second or third lowest pick rate. But that is the current belief. Pat, you
No, we know I'm full eco. I'm the same boat. I don't understand. They even showed us the new
pros
Cash.
played it.
Yeah, like they're just like, man, look at this. We redesigned the map here. Look how pretty it is now. And you're not getting that anytime soon. And they're going to bring back Cobble. Look, I'm sorry. I may be in the minority, but Cobble is a horrible map. I can't stand Cobble.
Yep.
It is absolutely terrible.
As Nick said earlier, I designed these. I struggled to put a subtext for this one because I was like just so distraught by
You were
it.
just
I
upset.
was like, what do I even type for this? Is this exciting news? I wanted to put no, it's not. And it is going to be another overpassing train.
You got a
It
preference
is.
on this?
Oh no, I'm ecoing this. See ya.
For me, it's a half buy, and that's only because I like the diversity of Cobble. I do think it is not a bad map. I would choose Cobble over Ancient. I would choose Cobble over Overpass. I'd probably choose Cobble over Train. And that is as far as I would choose Cobble. I also want to be clear, I will choose Cash over that. And the Venice map, I might choose over both of them. I do like Cash, though. It is weird to me that they showed it. But I don't hate Cobble. Supposedly the rework to it is also net nice. And I do think it's one of those where there's going to be so many old heads that are apprehensive to it, but I don't know if it's going to be as bad as an overpass because I do feel like new overpass feels just like old overpass, and I hated both of them. I didn't hate old cobble, but new cobble, I might hate. I might like. I don't know.
That's the most exciting thing about it is just to see what the changes are to it. Because if it was just the old cobble that they brought back from Go or whatever, that map is just so CT side. It's just not fun. It is
everything
is
CT side right now though.
And now with the CT like little buffs they gave them, it's like this map is what's it going to be like 10-2s like every half is just whoever's on CT. It's just stuff like that's just not fun. The layout is just bad for the terrace, but with some proper changes, maybe it could be exciting. I would put it over Overpass. I would play it over Overpass, but I would take Ancient, Train, Anubis, all those over Cobblestone.
I am curious.
It's low on my list.
Yeah, I'm curious how close the Anubis update is because supposedly they're putting like the door in the water and it's going to be like a new stair up mid. Anubis was cool because it was different. I actually would be interested for the terrace map or whatever it is, the Venice map or whatever it's called, the Italy one. I think that one could be fun because it is new and it would be something that would be new, unique, and fresh. But as long as we don't talk about bringing Vertigo back, I'm good with it.
Oh yeah,
I hate Vertigo.
The worst map in the game is Vertigo.
100%.
I have an Uber bonus buy sell.
Okay.
Pat, what is your thoughts on the signing of the sign when you get eliminated?
Oh, like how they got to sign all the stuff up there?
I like this.
I don't know. I don't really have much thoughts on it. I hadn't really put much into it.
Like
I mean, I think it's
better or worse than the key crushing?
Oh no, the key crushing is way worse. Just
I don't think so.
Don't bring up the key crushing.
I look
not
at
bring
the
that
key
up.
crushing's better, bro. Like all you have to do is stand there and do nothing. The key just gets crushed. But they're asking you to come sign your
After you
autograph.
just got eliminated.
You just got bounced from the tournament. They're like, hey, come sign this, bro. Remember this.
So you're halving it. You're ecoing it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh no, it's trash. Eco the hell up.
You're ecoing it? I mean, I'm indifferent. It's a half for me. It's like, I don't think it's the worst. It depends. If I was a player, as a spectator, I don't think it's as cringe as the stupid crush thing. But as like a player, I'd probably be tilted. I'm probably like, I'm not giving it a good signature. I think all the pros, they're far more consummate professionals than I am because they're like actually doing their signature like they did on the sticker and it looks nice and everything. I'm over here like, I'm finding a way to put a bird in my name or something. I'm not
No,
sure.
they need to do the exact opposite. They need to do what they do in March Madness tournaments, and you take your sticker when you advance. Because that's hype,
fine.
that's cool. They don't need to do this loser stuff.
Loser stuff, yeah.
Loser.
Yeah. 100%.
That was a good
That's a good
call
exercise.
by
Yeah.
Sneaking. The other one we want to hop into next, we're done with the full half and eco segment. This next one is going to be hot takes, okay? I got everybody here to make a bold prediction. Something they thought would be crazy, but it's crazy enough that they kind of believe it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through everybody's somewhat quickly, and then we're going to rank them on which ones we think are the most probable versus least probable, okay? Pat, kick us off. What was your bold prediction?
Well, my prediction was that Furia won't make it into the top 4 at the major. So basically, they're just going to go out in the first round into the brackets. I think Furia are a perfectly fine team. I think they're riding a high, and I think this will just be their inevitable downfall at the major. I don't think they're going to be able to crush it out. Sorry, Fallen.
Happens. Mine, after today, Spirit, they're not going to drop a map. Straight through, all the way, no maps drop. They play today, easy money. No worries.
Through the stage,
Nope,
the whole event.
whole thing. Running it down mid.
That changed my opinion.
That's bold.
That changed my
very
opinion.
bold.
That's a bold call, Cotton.
Davis.
Mine is that Paravision is going to make the elimination bracket. And I will say, when I said this, it looked a little bit better because they have just lost in the second round as well. But I think that they still have the capability to make it out. I think this next round they win with no problem, but we'll see how it goes.
Imperial makes it to the bracket stage.
Oh, a little double whammy, kind of simimer.
Yeah, we got
like
two of those. Pat's,
Yeah, some people that were predicted 0-3, and we both got them going.
I want to know that Pat's initial one when I first came up with this concept was he looks at me middle like
This is before you came up with the concept. Maybe you already came up
this
with it.
this
I
gave
didn't know
me
about
the
it.
idea. We're sitting there and it's first round of Spirit v Faze, and he looks at me and goes, "They win the pistol round, and Faze won the major." I was like,
I said, yeah, I did. I said this.
what you're
I said
taking.
this is it.
All right.
Faze wins this major. But then what happened the next round?
he got smoked.
And then I retracted my statement. I said, never mind. I was joking.
It's over.
But so out of those 4, what is your power ranking through them? Which one are you thinking most believable, least believable?
I think most believable is Pat's. I think second most believable is my own. I think
nice.
third most believable is Nick's, and yours is fourth.
Okay. Pat, what's your ranking here?
Yeah, yours is definitely fourth. There's no way Spirit doesn't at least drop a map. Sure, they could win. And then obviously I'm biased, so I'm gonna give myself number 1, and then we'll go 3-2. I don't like Paravision.
Who you got?
Obviously mine for most believable because I believe it. And then Davis. And then Furia is going to get one of the 2 teams that we just mentioned. So not Furia. And then, no, Spirit doesn't drop a map and wins the whole thing. Davis wasn't here. Does Davis know what happens if that happens?
What do you mean?
My send-off on the last Into the Smoke?
I do not know.
If
How are you good ball?
Furia, Vitality, oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Mouse or Falcons don't win the major. Bald.
So
There's a lot of hair, guys.
I think you're gonna keep your hair.
I think I'm gonna keep my hair. So no Spirit, no Mongols. No
I'm gonna
G2,
defend mine, and I'm keeping mine first
No Spirit.
because I think it's gonna be the last one of this list eliminated. Because I think that yours is, yours is last. Then yours, then Pat, then Spirit.
Spirit's about to drop a map tomorrow.
We'll
Are you
see.
saying like eliminated or like believable?
No, eliminate.
We might have misunderstood the prompt of this.
No, that's why I'm going believable because I'm gonna still be believing in mine while y'all's are already at home.
Nah, they're gonna drop a map against Mao's tomorrow. Like, what do you mean?
No, they're gonna 2-0 them.
Mouse.
Smoke them.
They're gonna 2-0 Mao.
Smoke 'em.
Okay.
Smoke them. Dude, if they play like they did today, they're gonna smoke them. And then they're gonna be sitting there waiting. Your 2 teams are gonna get eliminated. And then first round, they're gonna get Paravision or
It's
something.
gonna be a great social media post in less than 24 hours.
Not drop a map, bro.
This is gonna be crazy. What
Yeah,
time is
I want to be very
I
clear.
love the Falcons, but
What
I
time
would
is
never
that
say
Spirit
something
map?
like
I want to be
Map?
very clear. I think this is a bold assumption. And if I am
bold.
incorrect, it is probably going to be in the bracket stage.
But less bold than what we've said is insane.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. The next thing we want to hop into, though, is going to be looking forward into the event. So the theory graph of what we're just talking about and everything else. Who are your current top favorites? Who are the people you're concerned about? What are you most looking forward to? Nick, kick us off.
I think as much as we just dogged you on Spirit, like surprising from I didn't even have them in the top 4, look like they could make the top 4 now. So that's a little surprising. I'm still not too worried about Vitality, Falcons, or Furia in any of their close matches. I still think they're top dogs. No question about it.
I think the biggest thing for me that we've seen so far is it's been best of 1. I think once we start to see these series, you're going to see these big dogs really rise to the occasion and be ready to play. And also, I think Spirit's a tremendous team, but they still haven't moved up any in my book. I mean, who'd they play the first round? They played Liquid the first round, and they beat Faze. So 2 teams that they should beat, like with no problems, and they beat them. So that's good to see. But they haven't moved up necessarily any in my book. I think it'll be interesting when you see them start to play your Mouses, your Vitalities, your Falcons, your Furious. So.
What you got on the upside?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree. I mean, it feels pretty confident and pretty, sane to just say that, Vitality, Falcons, Fury, all these standard teams, Mouse, Spirit are looking good, but I'm just going to honk on them some more. I mean, don't drop 30 against Liquid. We supposed to get a cookie for that?
Sure.
I mean, it's Liquid.
Would you rather drop 30 versus Liquid or lose the Faze?
Good question, actually.
Personally, I'm taking the 30-piece nugget on Liquid. That's me.
Yeah, these teams, I mean, right now it really is going par for the course. Sure, the best of 1's messed up a couple teams, but I don't see anything any different than what we've been getting going forward here. It's just going to be our top dogs. Maybe a Paravision or Imperial can sneak in there and maybe take something like Faze maybe might not make it to the bracket.
Yeah, I think
it's pretty par for the course here.
I think G2 is another one that looks pretty makeable. Because right now, I do think it is going to be, when you look at those last, 2-3 slots, it's like, does a Na'Vi make it in? Does a G2 make it in? Is it a Paravision or an Imperial? Like who are going to be those, fringe teams in the current capacity? Because, dude, if you're G2 right now, you are sitting pretty. It is yours to lose to make it to the bracket stage.
You know how they've been doing the coaches and players pick-ems, in between the matches? the amount of people that actually had Na'Vi making it out, and I'm talking like you're talking Mao's players and Vitality players and like a bunch of these top teams, they're like, Navi's real right now. So that might be another sleeper team that we've got to keep an eye on throughout the rest of this stage 3, because I could see them making it out as well. And when I didn't initially predict it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think part of that comes down to experience in majors, right? Like that core of that team is still the 2024 team of the year with a really good rookie.
Yeah.
Now, sure, you're missing JL, who was arguably the best player of their team last year, but it is one of those where they have a lot of experience.
JL to 100 Thieves.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad.
Man,
Wouldn't
look
be
at
bad.
this roster. Nate Shot's cooking up behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Wouldn't be bad. I think, though, the experience on that team helps favor them a lot, and that's where you look to, if you're a Mouse, if you're a Falcons, if you're some of those other teams, like the experience is probably going to carry you through. Faze, it's Kerrigan has all the experience in the world. Does Brokey, Jacob, oh my God, and Jacob and Frozen and them, do they have enough capacity to be able to pull through? It's like, I think they do, but it's also like, you're just going to hope Kerrigan strats gets you by. Because, like, I would agree. In the current capacity, I don't think there's any way Mouse, Spirit, Vitality,
Falcons.
Furia don't make it in. I think Falcons probably make it as well. They didn't make the first major. We were literally in this spot in the first major.
Different team.
Literally one player different. But it's one of those 5 you're already going to make it, but then there's 3 slots left, right? So those last 3, like, who do you got going right now?
G2.
I'll give it
Imperial,
G2. G2 for sure.
G2, Navi.
I would give it to a Falcons. I believe Falcons will go through.
Oh, wait, he didn't give it to Falcons.
I was
Yeah.
sitting here running
Wait
the
a minute.
simulation too right now. So like based on
the
my
Sims.
prediction for the next
Well, actually-
the matches for next rounds are completed right now. So in the 2-0s, we're gonna see Furia, G2, Mouse, Spirit. I think G2 personally, I think loses that. And then if it goes like I think the rest of the way, which means Faze win, Vitality wins, Falcons, Pain, Paravision, Liquid. If those teams win, G2 will then play Vitality in the next round. So I think it kind of gets scary for this team. I think that G2 is good enough to make it out of the 2-2, but I think if it goes this way that I see it going right now, they're going to have a tough road still. They've made it to 2-0, but now is when you're playing the big dogs and you're playing in series. That's the biggest thing. When you're trying to get over the hump to get advanced, big games.
You said you were a huge Sun Papaya fan.
Sun papayas.
He's got your boys over here about to be entering the 2-2 bracket in his simulation.
Oh, no.
Because I know he's gonna pick the Falcons beating Spirit here
No problem.
in the 2-1.
No,
section. So
that's where I
that
do-
means they're
Wait,
on
so is
the
it
brink of
Faze,
elimination.
Faze Mongols? Like, is that?
Faze Mongols.
That's ugh, who do you got?
Faze.
I got Faze.
I got Faze.
Yeah, they probably do, but I'm
think it's
cheering for the
close.
Mongols
I think
though,
it's
baby.
awkwardly.
Cheering for the
I think,
Mongols.
again, another best of 1 because it's the 1-1 match, but that's awkwardly close.
It is. No, and my thing right now is like, if you're a Spirit fan and if you want them to win, the thing you have to have happen in the current scheme of the bracket and event, you cannot play the Falcons.
They need to win tomorrow against
Yeah.
Mouse. And I could see them
Totally.
winning against Mouse for sure.
If they roll Mouse tomorrow, you go in as one of the top seeds. You're going to be on half the bracket. I still think we haven't talked about Furia. We definitely probably have not talked about them as much as we should.
Yeah.
To be clear, they still look like the number 1 team in the world.
Yeah.
They still look like this is their tournament to lose. I know you joked about them losing the first round. I'm not going to say they're not going to make a mistake. But in current form, they still look like the best. They have not made a mistake. They have not slipped up. And if you are Spirit, you want to be far from them, and you do not want to pull the Falcons. Because right now, the Spirit have no chance versus the Falcons for whatever reason.
Yeah. I was on that same page too as Pat. Like I thought that Furia and Na'Vi could be a sneaky close game. They come out in 13 to them. That's kind of insane, especially for their first map of the whole tournament. And Na'Vi's been ripping through teams. Like that's pretty insane.
And Na'Vi, like you were saying, most players and most people think Na'Vi is a very good. It is a very veteran team. It is like they are capable of easily making the top 8. And Furia just said, "Nah, get out. This isn't your."
Well, they've got Pain next, and if Faze win against Mongols, they've got Faze to get out. That's very easily a 3-1 out for Na'Vi. Like that's an insane path. Well, like you said, I just ran the exact same sim, and it's like I've got G2 going from 2-0 to out, losing to Spirit losing to Vitality, and then losing to Falcons. That road is not the same as that Na'Vi road we just said.
And that
That's
road,
insane.
it would be literally Furia, Vitality, Falcons, all our top 3 teams.
That's
they're playing in.
not real.
And it is one
I
of those.
believe in G2.
Yeah, I
They're
think
gonna
they
take
could
down
sneak
Furia
one.
tomorrow.
They could sneak one of them, and that's the scary thing is they could sneak a Furia, they could sneak a Falcons, they could sneak a Vitality. You wouldn't be that surprised if they snuck them. I mean, that would be less surprising than losing to a Passion UA, than losing to a Faze, than losing to a B8.
Yeah.
And that's
They were our honorable mention in the power ranking. Shout out.
They were.
They're
Shout
one
out.
of our honorable.
Yep. And then the other one that we want to talk about too is Payne. Like this was a top 8 team coming in, and right now, like we have not talked about them, and it is quite probable that they do not make the bracket. And this was a coming off the heels of at the major, they both made the bracket and made a decent run at the bracket.
Easy bracket. But what are we doing? Payne? Really? What have they been doing?
I'm
Been
not-
hanging
I'm
out.
not
Like
big on
top
Payne.
8 right now? Like what is this?
I'm not
Look,
big on the Payne
Snow's
train
great,
either.
right? He's a great player, young man, but like, dude,
But the thing,
did we expect this? We
They almost
expect him to
threw
make it
They almost
through?
threw it this morning. They were up 11-2 and almost.
That's crazy
That's
to me.
bad.
Like Payne, they have a lot of growing to do. I do not think they are
Growing
Yeah,
a
pains.
number 18.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just- they got a lot to do. That's just crazy to me.
the crazy one though is that when you think about like from a top 8 POV, like Aurora is in that top 8, and they're already at home watching the thing.
This is true. I don't disagree.
Who else are you gonna have up there? Faze.
Well, that's why it wouldn't surprise me if Payne get bounced though.
Totally.
They're not like a great team in my eyes.
In my sim, they just got bounced. So
Yeah.
So it's correct.
yeah, so they're not. They're
100% accurate.
That's what-
So
guys.
who's yours? You've got Navi. Who else?
I'm gonna run through mine real quick.
I just closed it. Come back to me in
Um,
like 30 seconds. I remember.
For me
when I
right now, it's
finished.
obviously going to be the big dogs. I think Navi is going to make it through. I do think Navi is a really underrated good team right now. Other than that, like FaZe can sneak in there. I actually think 3D Max can sneak in there too. 3D Max is a surprisingly good team. I think they're better than a B8. They're better than a Paravision, probably Passion.
They
UA.
almost threw earlier.
I'm not
They
disagreeing.
were also up majorly. And then
yeah.
won
Are
13
you
to 10.
taking? Who are you taking over? Paravision? You taking Payne? Who are you taking?
Currently,
Good question. Good question.
Furia Mouse 3-0, Spirit Navi Vitality 3-1, Payne Imperial Falcons. The Imperial path is goated the rest of the way. That's why I think Imperial.
Who would they have to beat?
In this sim, they have to beat. They're going to lose to Falcons next round.
Okay.
And then they're going to beat Liquid and beat Bait.
The thing is,
Doable.
the Liquid match is real losable.
But it's real winnable, too.
It is 100%.
Yeah, that's like,
And that's also why, like, Liquid is another one that could sneakily make their way in. Now, do I think they're going to do anything if they make it in? Probably not. They're going to be fighting a cheese grater first round. Because that's the other piece, too, is like the last teams to get in, if you are the team that barely squeaks in, now, sure, you might get a scary one where if a Falcons and a Vitality have to go against one another, and then now they're 2 loss, and then they come in with 2 losses, they are going to get matched up against a higher seeded team. So you might have a Falcons v Furia / Spirit literally round 1, which would be a mental opener to the event. And I'm certain that is how Spirit's luck is probably about to roll. And that is quite unfortunate. But
but yet he's still the most believable of his bold takes. I am so confused right
hey,
now.
I'm just saying if
They're running the bracket.
He's flip-flopping left and right over
No,
here.
no, no. We're going to have y'all 2 get eliminated, and then we're going to have Furia play first, win. And then before they can get smoked by the Falcons, I have already been the last standing ally.
I have 3-0 Furia Mouse, 3-1 Falcons Vitality G2, 3-2 Navi B8 Spirit.
And y'all, nobody here has got any faith in the Fighting Donks. That's crazy.
Tomorrow
I don't- to me-
versus Mouse.
To me, Mal's don't look any better right now. There's no reason for me to be like Mal should beat them in the current schema. Mal's has also looked very inconsistent as of late.
But I will
Big
say
brain
that
and its stage.
The current stigma is like Spirit has played teams that are not as good as Mouse. Like when Spirit has played teams as good as Mouse and Falcons and Vitality in previous events, they haven't looked good. So
What do you mean?
that's
They
why-
literally pushed Vitality to the limit the last time they played them.
But they didn't beat them though.
They did. They went to overtime though.
They lost.
They went deeper than Mal's did.
They lost.
They literally went further than Mal's.
I don't know when the last time Spirit beat like one of our top 4 teams. It's been a long time. And I think
Sure.
they look good right now, but they're just not playing the top teams.
Sure. And that's where the biggest ones they've played recently is they lost to Vitality recently, and then they lost to Falcons twice recently. And I do think, I don't know if it's Monacy just is a little goblin in the ear of Donk right now, but they have their kryptonite. And I think if Spirit face Falcons right now, like just GG go next, like skip, like you don't even watch the match. It doesn't look good. Like they don't look like they can beat that
You
team.
ain't got faith in them? Come on, Mr. Mr. Undefeated.
I mean, I think they can, but I think the way they go undefeated is not that side of the bracket.
Spirit are a great team, but can't do it all. When they face a great team, the other teams just literally abuse their teammates and
Sure.
leave it all up to Donk, and it's usually never enough.
And that's
unfortunate.
No, for sure. And that's where I do think, like, again, I want Donk to be the alpha Chad that I think is capable of being. But I think that the reason he's probably taking that second seat and like stepping back right now is hey, I tried to win this way for the last 8 months. We couldn't do it. All right, I'm going to start getting a kill, and then I'm just going to play as a team and see if this is the only way to do it. Maybe we can win this way. And versus a Mal's team, like that could be interesting. You could come in, he gets a first pick on Torresy. It's 5v4. It's good. Now, if he goes in and gets traded out immediately, then yeah, okay, cool. You really think the other 4 are going to beat 4 on Mal's?
So
No.
he's taking a note out of Zywoo's book, huh?
Maybe.
Playing smart.
Yeah, maybe.
Not playing egotistical, not playing, Alpha Chad, just playing smart Counter-Strike. You know what? Maybe they do go undefeated. Maybe.
The last arguable
Psych.
top 5 win that they have was against Maus on August 16th.
And what was how did that series go?
What series?
That series?
16
Against
14,
Maus?
Yeah.
16 14 map 1, 13 5 map 2. 2-0.
2-0?
Oh, he
What's
found
that?
his out.
What's that? What's that?
He found
Not
his
dropping a
out.
map, baby.
6
That was
months ago.
Yeah, that was months ago.
Hey,
Yeah, I think they had a
Actually,
different
I was
roster.
about to say,
back
who
then,
did they even have on that roster?
Zontix was still
Shiro?
playing. He carried him.
what's crazy about that too is if you want to think about it, in that time span, dude, Spirit's probably only played like 5 series. Like they probably played 5 series since then.
Against
Like best
Maus?
of no, like total.
Oh, nah.
Because they took like 2 months off.
Nah, they played a bunch. I had to scroll for a while.
Yeah,
I'm on
I
the same page as you. I had to scroll for a long time.
Let's
bro.
go. No, they've played Falcons, Vitality, and a few others.
Furia.
A bunch between then. And
Yeah, they played- I think-
G2 they lost to.
Yeah.
G2 they lost to again.
Yeah.
Faze they lost to.
G2 they lost to when they were on the burner, the London one. That's when G2 also beat Vitality.
yeah.
I don't want to be very clear. I don't think that doesn't give me any more faith in G2. That's just saying that sometimes the good teams.
That was my backup bowl
I think the
prediction.
2-0
G2 major winners.
2-0 from Faze at the ESL Pro League.
If you had to in the current
Yikes.
looking at it right now, if you had to pick any winner outside of the big 5, who do you think has a chance out of those like bottom 3 teams? Do you think Na'Vi, G2, Liquid, any of those teams like have any chance, or like even with an easy brag, you think they got nothing?
I think G2 can have a chance. I think that's the best bet.
It's G2.
If you say Navi, you're insane. If you say Liquid, you're
You're dead. You're absolutely insane.
We're just gonna end the show there.
out.
That's the case.
You're
You're just
out.
trying to start
So
the fire.
no pain either, none of that.
buddy. Please, we already talked about this.
Phase.
Got pushed to the limit.
Faze? Who that?
I think
that?
I think Faze would maybe be my second guess out of those teams, to be honest with you. Just strictly
Because
based
they
off
could
the
get high.
experience.
They
Yeah.
could get. They could get
Exactly.
I'd probably go G2 Navi. Actually, I'd probably go Navi over G2, just because Navi has won. G2 literally hasn't.
never won a
Like
big-
literally has not. I could at least say Alexi B might have a little. I like Kerrigan over Alexi B in pure calling, but
Pat is done with us.
I think, why do you have so much faith in Navi? What have
they've
what have they
hosted
done
the
this
trophy.
year? What have they done this year?
They won that.
they
They won that
host the
hotel
trophy this year.
invitation.
Yeah, they
won that hotel.
What was it?
The
invitation.
star pick.
The Fisher Playground one or something.
No, it was
wasn't
some
even-
crazy
it
name.
was less
I think
than
it was
that.
actually Star Ladder, but I think it was the
Oh,
Star
yeah,
Ladder
yeah,
Star
yeah.
Series. Is
Wait a minute. Maybe
So they're
something that
the
looks for 'em.
they're
Yeah.
the
Wait a minute.
defending Star
Ladder
Ladder champions.
Hey, let's go.
of the Hyatt Grand in Budapest.
Dude, they worked Nip in that tournament. The
They
grand
did.
finals.
Nip's already out of the way too, so like I don't think they dropped a map in that
Yeah,
event.
they didn't. They didn't drop a single map because we talked about that. We were like, if they drop a single map in this,
It looks bad.
Call it off.
and they didn't.
Yeah.
But no, I do
for them.
think that I hope it doesn't go exactly like we intended it's going to, but it does feel like that. You got more faith in Vitality or Falcons to bounce back?
If you're asking
I'm
Davis,
about-
oh, okay.
I think
No,
I'm
I was
looking
looking
back.
I was looking straight at Pat. I know his answer.
I don't know. I mean, I do think they both bounce back, but obviously, I'm gonna say Vitality. I mean, come on, who am I?
You think they're still favorites to win the whole thing?
Yeah, I think they obviously still have a strong chance to win the whole thing. Still, back to back, major champs.
All this talk, I still just want to see our top 4 dogs go to war. I just because like I said, we had Vitality own the first half of the season, and the second half has been a little back and forth. I want to see the top 4 go at it.
I think our top 3 are super close right now, and then 4 and 5 are super close. And then other than that, there's another gap. I think Spirit probably enters the 5 slot over G2 at this point. How they're playing, Mouse and Spirit are close. Faze, Falcon, Vitality, and Fury are close.
To me, I think Vitality is the only team I feel very good about beating any team. Spirit, I feel
agree.
very good about beating 2 teams. I feel very bad about them beating 1 team. Falcons, I do not. I think Falcons are probably going to choke against Furia and Vitality, but I think they will probably smoke Mal's and Spirit. Spirit, I think, can beat Vitality and can beat Furia, but probably will get smoked like brutally by Falcons. Mal's, I just don't know what Mal's is going to do. Like, I don't see a reality where Mal's can win. Furia, Furia, it's up to them. If they choke, they choke. But like other than that, they are the best informed team right now. Like, that's why I'm not taking Vitality as a favorite. I'm taking Furia.
Furia's going out in round 1.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
What do you mean?
Apparently.
What do you mean?
No, Spirit's winning the whole thing, and then
and Furia's going out in the first round. We got the whole thing figured out here.
What you got on of the big 4? Who you got? Like, what's your current favorite?
That's tough.
Or we'll call it big 5, I guess.
I think who has the most, like, if I had to put my money on one team, no gambling advice here, it's probably Vitality. They're well-rounded, and their floor and ceiling are the most consistent of everybody involved. That's just safe money. Yeah, we already know. We already know.
Nah, I think Fury is my favorite, but I think Falcons could easily win.
Yep.
That's Nico No Major, buddy.
Nico No Major.
It's his name for him.
Yeah. It's tough because I do think I agree. I think it's Furia 1, and then I actually think it's Falcons 2. But I think the problem with Falcons are, like, I just don't think they can take out Vitality and Furia. They have to play Spirit in the finals. If they play Spirit or Mal's in the finals, I think they win. Falcons win.
Huge power ranking stand right here. We love to see it.
Where's Spirit?
I think if Spirit don't play the Falcons, I think they're in the finals.
Buddy, you got them winning the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm so confused.
You just going to pick them to win?
You know, they just got to not
They're
play
not
the
your
Falcons.
favorite to win?
That was his hot take.
That was my hot take.
It's a hot take, but you said you have to believe it. When we were doing this, you said you have to believe it.
I believe if Vitality beats Falcons,
I believe
then Spirit can beat Vitality. I think if Falcons beat Vitality, I think Spirit are going to have a bad day.
I respect you. I pick Vitality. Well, I already answered that, but I'm answering again now.
Double Vitality.
Furia, it is theirs to lose, but
you just trust in the woo.
Vitality, dude.
Hey, we joked about this beforehand. This is the last thing before we hop off. Is if Vitality don't make the bracket, they lose, drop 2 more, right? If that happens, what does Donk have to do with Spirit to become Player of the Year? Does he have to win?
Grand finals.
Just make the finals?
Because I don't think
because I just want to be clear.
Those are very two outrageous things that are probably both not going to happen. But I think that's the only thing.
I think the thing that helps Donk is you drop 30 today and 2 aces today. If that is day 1. Like, literal first day of match is 2 aces and a 30 piece.
It's impossible for him to win. The stats are skewed for oppers. It's just how it is.
Sure.
It's unfortunate.
I think it would, because it is, I believe, an HLTV voting award. Like, the people vote on it. I do think there's going to be a degree of recency bias. I don't think Donk can keep day 1 performance up for the whole event. But if he does play out of his mind, I do think there'll be a heavy recency bias in his favor.
I think he could win the HLTV fan vote, but I think he's pretty much cooked for the Player of the Year. Yeah. Just simply because they haven't been good as a team this year. He's been really good, but they haven't really won anything. So how can he be Player of the Year if you're not winning anything?
Just a Mickey Mouse tournament, according to Pat.
No, they won Cologne.
Oh yeah,
they did win Cologne.
That big
and then besides that, they won like some PGL event in the middle of nowhere that nobody came to.
Bucharest.
I think the Falcons came to that.
Maybe.
Yeah, a whole bunch of nobodies.
I don't know. Once again,
pre-Monacy.
Maybe nobody's coming there.
Wasn't even real.
But
I think that was pre-Monacy. So.
Yeah, it was still Dexter. And
I mean, if he wins the major, sure, man. Sure, give him Player of the Year. Psych. It's the woo, baby. It's the woo.
My only qualm, and I do think there's a reality where even if Spirit win the major, I think you probably could make a reasonable argument at the way Shiro's been playing to where Shiro could possibly compete for that MVP. Just like I'd still think in the first major of the year. I think Apex should have competed for that MVP. But
buddy, you're just a woo hater. We get it. I know.
Just anti-op, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
It's like you said, it's skewed in their favor. Like, it's one of those things of like, the best player in the world has always been an opper.
Anti-op, Shiro. He could definitely win.
Well, that team has 2 players on it that play really well. For the most part, you have Rops and the Woo, and nobody likes Rops apparently, and he never gets MVPs, even though he statistically might be the best player on the team at times.
That's because he has to go up against the Woo, which is unfortunate. Even if Woo goes 5-15, he gets the MVP. That's just how it goes.
I agree.
I don't make the rules. That's just how it goes.
Hey, it's what it is. It's crazy. Shiro does the same thing and out-frags Donk. No, they beat.
Probably because he's Russian. Unfortunate.
Wow, they're both Russian. They're literally
Wow.
both.
Unfortunate.
It's because he played. It's probably because he played for Cloud9. That's probably it.
Mm.
That probably hurts Shiro. Like that
Yeah, it
probably is
does.
like
We
it's like a
don't
lifetime negative horror, I
we
guess.
don't like Cloud9.
He was on a former American champion team. That's probably it. But that is all we had for today. Any fun bits we're going to be watching other than the major? We playing this weekend? What's it? We getting Nick through his placements at least.
Yeah, that's it.
You know we played.
Tarkov, baby. Let's go. Phase up.
I don't know.
Black Ops 7 Season 1 just dropped today, so yeah, I'm going to be a little
Boo.
Ooh, we got a lot of.
I didn't boo yours. Why are you booing mine?
Arc Raiders. I'll probably
play baby mode game.
No, I'm gonna be tanking Davis's elo this weekend. That's my loose plan.
No. Actually, I'll probably reach a new peak this weekend. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Hopefully it's
So
not
you will
a
not be
Don't
playing with
jinx
Dylan.
it. He's jinxing it.
So it'll either be a valley
It's so
or
cute.
100%. Other than that, thank you guys for watching and enjoying this episode. We will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining us, Nick. And how can we normally find you?
I am everywhere, but you can find me on X at Nick Lavid.
Thank you. Thank you guys all. Peace out.
Bye-bye.